Time now for our special series, Is Mumbai Rain Ready? Mumbai's civic body, the BMC, has run out of time. According to its own self-set pre-monsoon works deadline, the corporation will not undertake any repairs now until after the monsoons are over. Where does that leave Maximum City? Is the city better prepared to weather the monsoons this year? Yes, claims the BMC. No, say the citizens who have flooded the civic body with 500 complaints in just 1 week of rains. Disha Shah gets us this report.
With this monsoon, BMC claims that 100% of the de-silting work has been completed in the city of Mumbai. In fact, they also tell us that major and minor nalas have been cleaned in the city of Mumbai. Talking about the road repair work, BMC claims that out of 376 junctions that BMC was working in terms of road repair, BMC till Friday has been able to complete only 205 junctions in the city of Mumbai, and the remaining junctions will be taken up only post monsoon, which is from October 1 this year. However, according to our own analysis and our ground report that Magic Bricks Now reporters have been giving over the past 1 week, and of course when we also spoke to BMC corporators and citizen activists, they say that BMC has not been able to complete the de-silting work in the city of Mumbai. In fact, they also tell Magic Bricks Now that 55% of the de-silting work is pending in Mumbai, and this has somewhat reflected in the number of complaints that BMC has received in the last 1 week alone. In fact, BMC officials told Magic Bricks Now that in the last week alone, they have received close to 500 complaints through their app, that is MCGM 24/7. In fact, BMC officials also told us that majorly these complaints are related to waterlogging and poor quality of roads during the past 1 week. In fact, they also told us that BMC, out of 500 complaints, BMC has been able to resolve 250 complaints till date on an immediate basis, and remaining they are working on. And BMC also told Magic Bricks Now that majorly these complaints had come from traditional pocket areas like Kurla, Bandra, Sion, Andheri, Ghatkopar, which gets flooded every year, and this year too they received similar complaints from similar traditional pocket areas. In fact, all in all, if we talk about these facts and figures, this is underlining the fact that BMC is yet not ready for rains in Mumbai. This is Disha Shah from Magic Bricks Now.
All right, let's understand the situation a little better. And to do that, I have with me Mr. Rishi Agarwal, an environmentalist who joins us live here at Magic Bricks Now Studios. Rishi, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here on Magic Bricks Now. Tell us, simple question to you first up. Do you think that Mumbai is rain ready or not?
I mean, anybody who would take a walk around in the city at this time or move around even in a vehicle would be able to tell you that the city is clearly not rain ready. So that's a very, I think, obvious situation.
All right. Do you think the BMC has done a better job this year as compared to the last year?
Well, I mean, just a little while back, you mentioned 500 complaints coming to the BMC on its app within a week. I mean, clearly, if it had done its job better, then these complaints would not have been there. And if you look at any of the arterial roads, and I'm not even talking of gullies and secondary roads, you go to SV Road, you go to LBS Road, and you're seeing massive pileups of traffic happening because there is waterlogging happening with just 20 minutes of rain, 30 minutes of rain. So clearly, I mean, the focus should be on these arteries of the city which are moving millions of people. And that's BMC's in a sense failed on that.
Rishi, you know, the first two questions honestly were rhetorical questions. You know, it is very clear that, you know, Mumbai is not rain ready, and the civic body has not done its work this year too. I mean, the comparison is a little better or little, you know, not so better is
there are improvements. I mean, like again, when we say that paver blocks have gone and there's mastic asphalt, but I'll show you enough instances where the sloping is just not right. I mean, the contractor should know that the water should slope out towards the drain, and you'll see these small puddles build up. And then what happens is that the life of that patch will automatically reduce. If for the next 3 months there's water going to accumulate, it will crack. And if the life was for 5 years, you'll see it breaking in 2 years. Possibly that's how we are going to achieve our GDP target of 8% by continuously breaking our roads and then building them and showing them as addition to GDP. So I guess that's part of a strategy, maybe national strategy.
Rishi, you're a Mumbaikar just like me and just like millions of others who are watching us, and we are dreading what's going to happen to our daily commute to work over the next couple of months. We keep talking about it, and we here at Magic Bricks now, we sent our reporters for 2 months prior to the monsoons. We've been speaking to the BMC, but net, this is where we are right now. Do you think there can be any last minute fix now at this point in time, just so that we can weather this monsoon and we can start work in all earnesty once the monsoon's over?
I doubt it if there can be any last minute fix, because you know very well that some of these things are very dependent upon how you budget for them, and there is very last minute leeway around it. In fact, 2 months back, I remember I was in an urban debate show over here itself, and we had spoken at length upon participatory budgeting. So I feel that it's high time that even the budget which will come later this year starts reflecting these concerns, builds up from these 500 complaints, etc. And we aim for systemic reform rather than these ad hoc interventions aimed at just immediate redressal.
All right. Tell us, Rishi, in terms of areas, and now that we've landed up ourselves in the soup, and which are the areas which will be flood prone? What do you think are the problem areas in Mumbai this monsoon, the way things stand at this point in time?
I think the indications clearly are that it's going to be a good monsoon. We've just had a week or 10 days of rain, which means that we have bulk of the rains ahead of us. And the low-lying areas are clearly the big pain points. Having said that, the only silver lining, I think, is that we are not going to have enough high tide days during this monsoon. There are very few 4.5 meter plus high tides. And that's the only, I think, saving grace. And let's hope that when it rains, it's going to be low tide.
All right. So the only option left for us, Rishi, according to you, is that we need to pray as far as this monsoon is concerned, because nothing more than prayers can help, at least for the next 3 months or so. So hopefully post these 3 months, we can kickstart our campaign all over again to make sure Mumbai is ready, hopefully next monsoon. But for now, Rishi, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here in our studios and telling us the truth as it is.
You can watch live TV on our website, mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at Magic Bricks Now. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/Magic Bricks Now.